What reason I was say you will be have it
doubt
to doubt Appiatus?
Now, this was why I was fighting with Ofori on the Netflix deal.
Okay.
If I tell you the percentage I got because Ofori told me Obama Kofi Tiskani, Obama Baroski, Obama Obia, and Wamo Obia.
What?
Yes.
When you Kotibe Kasemo, or you're part of the deal.
Yes. Make sure for Amponsah interview back or say on a Troy. Say if that is true and if that is anything to go by, then what is happening appear to some more kind of that means correct. But maybe why wasn't he giving the necessary credit?
You don't know these streets like we do.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching.
I say we I say maybe I investigation I could do now.
I go by the name Zoda Akweku and the supreme bigger figure is in the building.
Clark it.
Madina Macho Man, Lister One Mensa is in the building.
Adenta Macho Man for say
Am I active?
fully active.
Vigilante over Matrix Anna.
We are the vigilante will come to you and check.
You're very so waiting me up.
Hey, on your abo. Wabo.
Okay.
That's a vigilante.
Matrix Gym, Legon City Mall. Anything that has to do with fitness, active.
Official fitness partner.
Yeah. www.mybet.africa.
Unya cha.
Ubedi.
Udi swa.
You be chiao in a more digital and professional way.
The link in that tomorrow. Yeah, my bet link in your tomb. Say on register. I'll be to me at tap on first one. So no register. Second one also do be kind of Telegram group. No, and on the black market business in
yeah.
You know, Jack, mummy making sure say we be any open daily tips and also second link in our comment section. Mummy na be them near call.
Once my bet or ye discount but be US. Now person mouseka. Now to medical invest in yes be bra.
Yeah.
Nala.
Open so expand the investment portfolio now.
Yeah.
And ye nala. Now one you soon nala na usika eko come dia and ye wala. Nala say and one is where you should reference code no street is watching Ghana SIWGH na bibia.
Yeah.
Etima kodiyama because remember our welcome bonus of $20. If you say this can be a buma near side choose can. It's sharp never kebusu akesi no me enko yenim.
In recent times, you have a video of Baroski on Nana Romeo.
Baroski pun.
A whole sense there. It's now developing. The legend and the dusty. You see, I was starting using TikTok near the
legend the Godfather there.
16 years.
Now, so him say, time a year, now let there be lighting. Light by him. Omo ya after party na me Godfather na ADG. Godfather and the Dusty.
And the Mekao.
He's been there
since there was light.
Oh. Hey. Oh, mate, mama instances baby.
It's one of the first person of connected light to.
No, I won't say time who's a flood in the berry, you know. And I'm gonna say abu bi baba e dey signal be bro na dove no. I was what TV piano no.
Yeah.
We are having piano no better window no. Into baby I can go park in no. We a small gathering bi o.
Party no.
No ADG.
Na me Godfather na ADG.
Senior DJ.
Mr. And the Dusty there. Masu mafufra. Me mo bi amfa nko no so Mr. Mo a. Wo don saka no me no. E be wu a.
Oh my God. So
I didn't who was him Godfather me punch you.
Baby, I said that person we can't watch. So and the Dusty decided to go on TikTok live and Appiatus other people joined. The conversation was basically about the industry and Baroski. So a BMO conversation Appiatus revealed some information and as a secret say, you know the kitchen. The Netflix movie. Yeah. Ombefa, Yusu Odonyom. The original version. And the soundtrack for some portion of the movie. Now, Appiatus Chemwa, Sika Nanke was a Muchema Ubienye Bino. Yeah. From Baroski, Kofinti, Ofori Amponsah, and himself. No. Ofori Amponsah decided, say, and as Ofori Amponsah catch and say, no, as a producer, as I was a band channel, on so. Senior Ofori no beti match chama boys ni na including Baroski no so nya kakra no fe wono so etim ja checking the 1 or 2 but digging down he realized that Ofori didn't do that. And apportioning blames to Ofori Amponsah. We're going to take this conversation a bit technical, but what happened during Andy Dusty's life? Yeah, Babaka, better also.
Now, this was why I was fighting with Ofori on the Netflix deal.
Okay.
If I tell you the percentage I got because Ofori told me Obama Kofi Tiskanidi, Obama Baroski, Obama Obia, and Wamo Obia.
What?
Yes. Ofori me boyfriend no breath. And I didn't want to talk about it. I'm saying it today. One city, one month, wait. This one man. No. Me decide because as a producer, I'm supposed to get 50%. But your kind of intimate, I say, okay, boys, need to go get some. Look at the situation Baroski. And most of the songs you Ofori, you were the guy, oh my boys, I want to say in action. One of the both shows, maybe I'm a big crack. But in the pain, if you be a boy, you do get in life. Yeah, I'm telling you, one man is going to be over, but that's a woman in the banter anywhere because I have all the phone recordings. But that's not what we are here to talk about.
Okay, wait, Mbacho, you are talking about Netflix, Ikebi. For our dear listeners and those on TikTok, about issue. Netflix here then.
Oh, there's this movie called The Kitchen. It's a Hollywood
UK movie, you know.
Movie, yes.
And because I'm saying, why you know, man? Or don't you move?
Yeah. And it was a yes, 12.
Tell me about it.
No, I don't want to go in deep. I just feel like say Ofori was not fair to these guys. You know, so sad. I've done all the calls. Then we help him. But I don't like the way a man for attacking him. Only that type of person. And then the case and then cool, but most will be can ya. Sadia no motion ye because be any material. Baroski be catches and this is how his end was going to be called Jindy.
Welcome back, DJ. Listo.
Conversation, you know. You say the first one, we did extensive because there were a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
Into unknowns, we threw a lot of assumptions around.
Yeah.
See, unknown is still now because we don't know if mentally Baroski is sound and I say on your sound.
Yeah.
That can only be ascertained when we have competent medical people run diagnosis and see say the mental state AC. But they appear to the kind say if it is anything to go by, then there's a betrayal, a war, an element of betrayal in there.
Yeah.
Say may use my voice at the project. Na bibi adododie bi aba ho a manya bi say if it is anything to go by, it is also one of the things that can also trigger obi to get into that mental state. Now before that the cover art of that song Odonyo, there's nowhere on it Baroski din ewo. And if there is betrayal, menya sure says kasem ne pen betrayal. I think he was never highlighted during his journey in Ghana music or during his prime days in Ghana. He was never highlighted.
Okay, so the cover act had Ofori Amponsah and Kofi Nti.
And cover art in Mpuno Esaye Kofi Nti featuring Ofori Amponsah. That's all.
Translating say enyom no cry yet
onka ho. Na me sakwa he credit of the enyom no because the voice woman and a video. The video was shot at OM Studios in Awudome. And shout outs going out to Step of 3 Music TV. Step Bant in the try, but it was still under because Step was working with OM. Oshe video no na Oshe ne performance o ye woman. I was thinking that he wrote it, but then credits are as follows: performing artist ni Kofi Nti, composition and lyrics by Joseph Nana Ofori. That is Prodigal of VIP.
Yeah.
And then Ofori Amponsah as the arranger. Me pacho yentien you songwriter no Joseph Nana Ofori. And I arrange a Ofori Amponsah and a performer a Kofinti. If this is anything to go by, the producer of this and the engineer of this is Big Ben Music, of which Appiatus the year. But if this is anything to go by, Baroski, that is number one. Two, even Appiatus cry him because Appiatus composed the melody. Appiatus and 70 say 50% a year the entitlement, because in the IP laws there are two compositions of a song, the melody and the lyrics. And you be a melody meaning the beat composition, and the lyrics a words na that song. Inti obi afa 50-50. The obo beat in befa 50%. And at the tone you so befa 50%. Inti na unya artist bi obo beat sa tone ma na ni hu. Obi say Kwame Eugene say ni hu gidi. Obo beat sa tone. So unya obi ti sa de a eba sa ni nyina 100% na eba ne ho. That is in the case on one bo beat on one two nyum ni nyina wan feature obi aba, so feature obi so then there is a split on that other 50 where the vocals are. I know so was a echo nipa kro ho. In the case obi fa wonyom no e de ye bibia ye fa obi synchronization, that is sync fee. It was said nipa no obi otua sa ade, and the synchronization fee basically goes to a year nipa lyrics no ekura no or tro nyom no or mona sync fee no mostly it depending on, but the master user fee ebem sync fee because definitely the song will be transcribed and the lyrics play an important role in that. But the master user fee ebem because the masters no copy no and only use one no so. Into master user fee nebeba, and that lies with the producer of the record and also the performing artist. In the case enyom no your trauma will be a, and me sure for Amponsah interview ba ko say enyom no on a troye. Say if that is true and if that is anything to go by, then what is happening Appiatus and some more kind of that means enya no kore. Enisa eyimunya bi. Kofinti nya. Ene Baroski nya bi. Say ono na troye. Now, but the back end of it doesn't also tell us Ofori Amponsah na troye. Or say oya arranger. And Joseph Nana Ofori. I'm just thinking because me run a search and I say me buse around, they are saying prodigal. Of VIP fame. That is what I'm hearing. We know I stand to be corrected on that one. But say if that is anything to go by, then Ofori doesn't also have the right to take Seskano. Then the money should be sitting with prodigal. Because on the throne, songwriter, between prodigal, Appiatus, any friend say Big Ben Music Production, and in another case where we can also stretch is the performing artist, which is Kofinti. Ofori Amponsah, okay, Ofori Amponsah also because also performing, and then Baroski also come in somewhere. But the Nkono negotiation would be Joseph Nana Ofori.
Okay.
Pacho, I don't know if we get the context.
You're making sense because on Troy, and Scanner also no lyrics na mind
exactly. So I say we na quite complex kakra. Me to say if it is betrayal there from the get go. I was actually trying to run Baroski Dean online to see number of songs are credited or no and kasa. Bro, form. Form.
It appears at a time, no, the legal aspect of intellectual property. Now, man for be breached and need the end say, hey, me no for you. Hey, yanyum na etwagui. Ye gina stage, ye performing. I think say
there were no external documentation because of why you're saying this is your credit in the long term.
That is why, and you nkwana obehwa Baroski was so bani din kan bebre akwesa ase wo no amanfo no epe wasem ti yemfa onto so ba yan kasa na yen no yen ade ne ehun se chale ukra de no lie
my memo historic around Sadian okay back then na music groups are popular.
Yes.
Yeah. And music groups now are popular. Into no more a little bit of flavor beer would be into a peraga kakra. But singers have always dominated.
Yeah.
Into that, I mean, some so be the rap. It me banner or be bigger. A outstanding achievement. It's outstanding.
Yeah.
He needs to be celebrated for that because rappers were never at the center stage of anything. A singer bako ni enye obi or rap bako ni enya bi a friend say raga bako. So check the composition of all the music groups that were popular during those times. We had Cocovelli who was doing rap. Yeah. We had KK Fusu bringing in the melodies and the hook, and then Batman who will come in with the raga. VIP, we will have friend saying Zeal or say definitely lazy.
Yeah, lazy.
Lazy will bring the melodies. We'll have the raga coming in from Prodigal, and we'll have Promzy coming in with rap.
Yeah.
What I said that has always been composition. Friend saying book back. We'll have Prince Bright doing the melodies and the rap, and then Ronnie Coaches doing the raga.
Yeah.
4x4. Oh, they say.
Yeah.
Coded will do the raga, CP will do the friend is saying the rap, and then Fresh Prince will bring in the melodies. Sanity, sana composition, arania, and even single artists like people who are doing songs. Maybe I know more singers. Still no more young man. I'm more employ.
Yeah.
Or be man be 20 Batman be big that time no be up say.
No.
I say be boy ba akushemu.
Yeah.
Obi ahia boy ba akopɛ ɛno na ma Baroski pie o ti ase but me dey why wasn't he given the necessary credit
that ɛno no ɛyɛ den underline the lapses are entertainment industry ne wo back then what I say enti ɔno ni sa no
because it did not happen to Batman.
Because Batman was established.
Yogi Dogi Antono.
You see,
they were all established before they were employed to do all of these things.
Okay, I've seen your potential. I've seen my you're collaborating. You're different from Mutu Numo Yamadi. Oh, FO Minyanka. When you say send away narrative how Vera. Oma record your monument awia Joy B they could be caught to us here afi a picky so there then edemano it the song itself no o Joy B ni kra no nyame na e kan makoma kra say o verse na e hye ho no yen free ho and how then do you even demand for what your legal what way and that was back then.
I understand what you are saying but in this case with Baroski's situation and yeah, one time, multiple times.
Emmanuel also.
I don't know make us say. Joy B modi ekran. Recently a man who say Charlie, work the echo be like collaboration whatever. You need to demand your legal right.
So what split sheet there was a split sheet.
The count BBA. And no Joy B dey no. Even because Joy B demand here. Bia we never cast okay. Ma menye fama. Back then, no, you person you must see the stage, you see the stage ni so be
for the fame and passion.
Exactly. What I say, and that is why omo na e ban bebre na no. Batman never traveled outside
during that time.
Say me omo yes no. Pa wonya visa ene agora we yakoboshu wonya visa de ene chale because enyum na me di akire no. Say na odebia Baroski di akire no. Ena bam we bam a waji we bam a no so aji the same bam a ko be say nyum no sika wo so there is no need for me to even travel because our potential no or you good or fans no Ghana support no or bibia let me go watch us but or realizing who say look the only thing na make me nya free nkofo we and say maybe I'll get what the visa and also also travel and go out there and also go and make it. So that lost time now, my day, I'll go and fill in there. The American want to say. And none of this, that is why Ofori Amponsah day, board, based on what Appiatus is saying. I just audio mudina if say even by the legal composition of everything, Baroski and count. Do ne voice wo
Obebema as performing artist.
Yet
credit no
on count. What I say? But ordinary ding. I'm Appiatus scratch in Nisika so say because
me chama boys.
Granny Dawson. Fie. It's woody and for you cry that kind was a baby be a baby. Okay, and find the alpha. And look, say Oko a year the music groups now. Are there more muntem at TB some of distance?
Money.
People to be one more or believe say a yonoka and who at the end in a meno. Made to me the typical example.
Yeah.
A free year believe say a only crowd group.
He's doing the most.
He's doing the most. Or no, you know, or on any side near day, any movie near there. But you see,
on the side they catchy.
But you see, Ebiaka Krana Kobe near the Tarahono, and a ma movie behind the agent. It's a P square, for instance.
Yeah.
You realize they were better together than what? Solo.
Because one was giving you the music, one was giving
and one
you
give the personality
and the personality.
And what I say, Obi Ohonoma will show mutu na, wo to you know, but when I'm a pen asem.
Yeah.
They mean what
they are in favorite.
Enti back then no, ade more mun tell me the entity and is either me to me sisi wa. Because a free year per se or chese or no na day majority of the work or no na chese nyum no tro ne kese or no yen bibi or yen bia. Person chese sika ba was me so me the me na kese. We so believe say a group na day wom. The group was say day che ne pe. And no boss no mun tell me the akwa so Appiatus way no can. To be honest, I cannot say because or a penny industry. Me, I have no reason to doubt say will be chanto. Let me go what.
There will be no baby do so on chanto find.
And find it goes to what? To expose how an industry no very disturbing.
But I have a question for Appiatus. When did he come to the realization say in common now new for Amponsah no? He didn't hold on to the deal. Say what Nisika nonsense on Baroski money and why has he held on to that information?
No, Sunday or see or the situation of Baroski.
Yes.
And an dream or says can as Netflix money was big. So at least umia ensa so mubia
at that time no.
But this movie is like 2024 movie.
Yeah, that's
like 2 years ago.
So
yeah, enjoy.
That time why you born again we know.
Still with the question.
Ofori Amponsah I didn't want my years where we no obeji.
So obeji ska.
Or the boss.
No, but truly, Ofori Amponsah, the Bible say me mumu aten, say the be mumu aten. But during that time, you know, na Ofori Amponsah nyame som ne ayi ne de has me question kakra. Me the person, that me nya to me question kakra. What you say? Sometimes you might have a genuine intention. You are remorseful for whatever you did during the time and now war, say and all that. Yeah, you might have it, but to move ahead and establish a church with the with the conviction say we see nyamini pa unim Bible ma see adoma chede ne ekire wo se ko chire amanfo na twa akra ba nyamumu no de ya na e din kakra se metimagie because there is a process yenyi bibia nto nche it's a process. Your journey in Christ is a process. It is a reas wabano we abofra. It doesn't matter age awedi. What you say? And then now what in nyame asem ni abo wosua. Afi ube ya abofra wo mu suesu nyame sem kakra san wanyi. Oh, now once wetimi anya that form of nutrition now betimi dia ma obi foforo. Atwe na banyame mu. But enye se mekwada team ani sisi me masakra na enena me say preacher ekura Bible I made them church. I know
to be honest, I know they personal decision.
I know it.
But me concern and they say, I then I will say why you born again to the extent that we shall come. We na wababe jiska. Would they former colleagues? Edin akwa jiska no watina scan. I think this is a serious allegation.
All of this is just one-sided because appear to spend our babekasa.
Serious allegation.
In the case of this, Appiatus to try to Ofori Amponsah so for
to gain what?
But still, it is just his side of the story. Ofori Amponsah, for all we know, Adiscano, a distributing the same of us also distributing.
Only partner was signing out.
It is all about hearsay.
Hearsay. Appiatus is telling you from what? Because you're part of the deal.
What if say Baroski? No, what if it's a situation here? You're trying to find a solution to it.
I was appealed to square to me today. A seeking legal way against.
Yes, and I'm also saying, because if
a car no the part of it, or no
50% of
50%, and I'll catch and say, look, so no boys be where they were, and you crowd the end reduce it 50-50 no.
Yes.
Ebia wa 40 no ama mo 60.
And what so?
Monya den, mo konkoche. Se na be ya obi anso na be den, ebe kona no. Na afi obe finding out. And where how do you find out? You call Baroski, Ofori Amponsah. No.
And what if say,
no, but as I say we are even not addressing it. Say then adeno odonyum remix aba. Odonyum na ye kofinti. Featuring Ofori Amponsah no. Odonyum remix na aba no. Say Ofori Amponsah featuring Kidi and Stoneboy kofinti re nka ho.
And they say by already
IP loss na.
And a
writer no, according to the back end of it, it's Joseph Nana Ofori. Arranger is Ofori Amponsah.
And ebia na hono ebia was seeking all the necessary way no,
or he sold it
because unse Kofinti so ebe raise serious allegations be say,
oh yes,
the remix na eba no oni mo hwe.
Yeah.
And I said, and Kofinti Kofinti mo no. Now no they can what? They can seek a legal way.
That is if they have something to hold on to.
No, they have everything to hold on.
They have.
Wait. I get where you are coming from. But in music, if I purchase the right, the master copy from you, it's no more yours. So
there is a master copy, but I can still be the performer. I can rearrange it.
Yes.
In the case of Ubeyam man, mekoka ayi akwebia mbebo artist video ma asamaba. Artists we have free record label so.
Yeah.
Because all performing and I've forgotten the name of that right. And you know, and you know record under the record label ni nyina was akofa engineer foforo. And my boni nyina foforo no atoma China for. But who ni nyina when you so once I copy ne dia that right ne dia obetimi abonyom no foforo anytime bia sa aton.
But DJ, technically too, utie remix of Odonyom. Now utie the original version now. Omubo we for.
No, it is not even about that. Maybe the end say, if me a performing artist on the song, if me and I know me dia, I then will be a mimi feature and mum ne could remix.
Someone, say I can read it.
Wouldn't mean yano. Yes. Wouldn't mean as I say we are Appiatus there, but a complex. Your questions, baby, sir. What do I say?
What is going through my head is, what if say Appiatus was lied to?
Lied to by
released to my land here.
Lied to by
he was lied to by Abia Wafre Baroski. Now Baroski, Abia scanner by Baroski is telling him say scanning by. What about that?
How is that possible?
So was this scanner man or
say Ofori the scanner man Baroski, but Baroski catch Appiatus say.
No, but it tibia mbemia because obi oda abonten e wo UK or da abonten wo UK hu. Ne tibia mbemia hu say scanner nensa kan na nensa kan. So imagine say all say see na nensa ka £50,000 according to go bet na abonten.
No, but people can blow money. Ebia no
you need be to nchen.
I was say
£50,000 and not 20,000. Now 50,000 crowd there also. Say £10,000 crab ko kan nensa. Oh yes, sure say ko be check sa corner ni mo. Now in the UK, what I said is it
life happens.
Busa
holding on to this
kind of why me bow.
Busa don't poke no
what reason I was say you mu be have it
doubt
a Appiatus.
No.
When we kwatibe kasemo or you part of the deal.
Yes.
And on only say sika or Ofori wo kra no we den wo kan say or me kura me de no ma me ye dem
so now one fan come on. Yes.
I have no reason to what if?
I'm not saying, say, in any way, shape, or form, say, Appiatus is lying. I'm only taking his statement with a pinch of salt. I'm just creating holes in it.
Holes in the idea. No, unless you go and find another doubt, you go and find another.
He's rage baiting at the end.
Unless you have contrary evidence unless you have contrary evidence to what Appiatus is saying, you take what he said on the face of it. Say we will rebuttal no, but you better be tranka.
Yes, and I'm telling you, so haven't you had situations obi edi kan be the story about what's your story, and then in another instance, you got to know the other part of the story, you realize that the first person was telling lies or omitted certain truths.
There be we know the idea. It is not like that, and this is not the first time I made sa yesisi me wo Ofori Amponsah. This is not the first time I made this.
Ofori Amponsah
Kofi B mu nyina accusing of what? Of Sadia no. You make what I say. Me problem then say yes at that time ono ye big, ono ye the face, ono ye open na wodo ho ye den. Ba ne ade. It will twa wodi no problem. But after ya adwuma na wie no. A chire bibia ba at the time I was so say wo hu Nyankopon. It wo hye nkom ne ade no. Na wontumi mbo nipa nye den ancient one what see Appiatus. Two and why den. What bo your two colleagues now only omuye adwuma in the past wo bo omuhye mu. Afi enkwaya eba ho later part and come dey be solve problems at this stage no. What's up bo machine? Dem ga what I say. Enti wo records ne nye. Enti so obi be den obi ti say Appiatus I have no reason to doubt what he's saying. Esa de bibi sa be to so I don't have any way to believe him. So no contrary evidence. Or family say Appiatus here when we get to that stage, we will interrogate whatever or no so there then. Or they me at this stage, me who say now about the Tom from him. We Kofinti, Baroski. The right thing to do is was all there. So seeking legal what.
And the course say I know kase koso ne former manager of Kofinti Kimpi. Also the
of course yes.
Also there's actually an ongoing serious controversy even surrounding the remix of it. Any Netflix is who's can there are so many there are actually so many things that the song sing deals we are akoko so am person mu chirim say ni nyina e bai no Ofori na e dey atran ni nyina so ba me no say to hear this at this point in time about Ofori Amponsah. Ofori Amponsah is legendary.
Yeah.
Yenyi bibi Antoncha, he's a legendary artist.
Yeah, eba na nyumuni ade this stage oni ye usuba na ye beba be.
Exactly. But baby eke ka kona ya a little bit too much. Or ye jani me bia ebe dente ni image in the end. Ebi ana anko ye ne de na anko ye lumba de na aye emma bibribe beba be you. Wo de wa usuba na oni ma bia wo ye ye. Wo ka o ne Dr. Pounds you know. Or say Dr. Pounds come. Say ni bra penyi bi wa abruchi oba fara ko mi wan so Dr. Pounds ni bra penyi bi wa abruchi. Why? Won ho sa ya de na Ofori bi. Me ya da pa me we me jigi me ya da pa sa like we dey.
But this can happen.
Dead ass. Yeah. Dead ass.
Let's wait for how the story would develop. But if I was Ofori Amponsah, maybe him one. I'll come and clear the air.
No, but case where there, many dear chile papa. I'm going to find out me kwa Kimpi. Baby will be I want to me perceive the baha. Yeah. Ni Kimpi be twetwe sam
breaking it down.
Near my viewers who the womba ankasa asam no the wombia. Me say near me na me say tourism there no. Beach.
Beach there no.
Me kwa hwem. And Ofori Amponsah Kimpi. Me maso nana time ewu. Ladies
and gentlemen, come into the comment section. Let us know what you think, but keep it real, because the street is always watching.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We